Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is part 2 of my SEO research series. You will find part 1 in the description down below. In today's video, I want to talk about eRank. No doubt, Etsy SEO research is not that easy. It takes a little bit of skill, a little bit of learning, but luckily there are tools out there which can give you a guidance of what keywords to find, where there is high demand and low competition. And in today's video, I want to talk about eRank. I've been using eRank actually from the beginning when I started my Etsy shop in May 2023, and it really has helped me to find some digital products which are higher in demand and where the competition is relatively low. After you watch this video and had a little look into what it is like to use eRank, you will find a link in the description below where you can sign up to eRank and try it out yourself if you really like it. As I mentioned, I started my Etsy shop 11 months ago in May 2023. I'm almost 1 year into my journey, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah, if you're wondering what kind of digital products you could create, there's a link in my description which gives you 50 digital product ideas. Go check them out. And if you are at the start of your Etsy journey and you want to open a shop, there's also a link in the description below where you can get 40 free listings. So let's get started and jump to my screen so I can show you what eRank looks like and how to find relevant keywords for your digital product. Okay, here we are on eRank, and basically you just use this keyword tool and put in your keyword. In this case, for me, it's planner. I concentrate on USA because that's the biggest market in general. I would do the same if I were you, especially when it comes to digital products. But you will see down here as well, you can see other countries are searching for the same thing. So half of it is from the US, but then you have also other countries. I don't know. I don't pay much attention to that one. I pay more attention to the average searches, average clicks, average CTR, click-through rate, and Etsy competition. I chose planner. It's a very broad keyword and it has over 1 million competition. I just want to show you how to start, and that's normally with a broader keyword, because when we scroll down here we have keyword ideas, and that's the good thing about eRank, that you get other ideas which have the word planner in it, so you can see if there is lower competition, high demand, lower competition for one of those things, which includes planners or a kind of planner. And you see here it's color coded. Green means there's a lot of search. I normally just look at the search and the competition, but obviously have a look as well at average clicks and average click-through rate. If it's over 100%, that's also quite good. So we scroll down here a little bit. You can see a blue bar here every now and then, and that means that month the search was actually quite high. So that's also a little visual thing to pay attention to. But you can see I already highlighted a few things from quite a while ago. Here it was fitness planner, which has a really good search volume, but the competition is also really high. So I have to think twice if I want to create something like that. ADHD planner, I remember when I started, this was really high. You can see, when did I start? In May. It's still very highly searched, that's why it's also green, but the competition is obviously a bit higher. Not impossible, you know, meal planner, financial planner, OneNote, but we scroll a little bit, see if we can find anything which catches our eye. Everything has quite a high competition. Here, OneNote planner, I mean, that is not too bad, but it's very specific to a tool, OneNote. So if you are very skilled in that, then it makes sense to create a planner for OneNote. Let's continue to the next page. Wedding planner, always quite a good thing, but you can see obviously it's also quite saturated. Cleaning planner is not that much of search, but when we look here, so this search, by the way, is an average of a year search. So that's why it's always a good thing to kind of have a look here to see what the recent searches are, and it's over 1,000, which is actually really good. But you can also see that there's not much search volume from like June till December. I would always also see this a little bit with caution, that there is 0 or just 10 searches. I think it is actually more. And I'm saying that because I have created things like that and they continue to sell, and I don't think it's just 10 searches. So it depends a little bit always what the tool is capable of getting from Etsy. It's not that Etsy provides you with all the insights and then you can just, have those facts on your tool. It's a lot of assumptions, just to put that out there. So let's have a look. Homeschool planner, not too bad, quite green. 10 searches only in February, but it's also quite seasonal, I guess, before the school starts. Cruise planner. What else? Hourly planner. Let's go to the next page. Study planner. That's a higher volume now here. Competition is still quite high. Catholic calendar, pregnancy planner, supernova planner. I'm actually going back to the first site and search based on volume. Obviously the first ones are very high, but I just want to see if we can find here budget spreadsheet. Also, if you're good in spreadsheets, if you're good at creating Google Sheets or Excel sheets, then this could be a potential here for you. Next page, meal planner we had, stationery, business planner. Here's a witchy planner, which actually looks not too bad. For example, if you're into this, you might have it quite easy to create a witchy planner. 935 searches, 8,000 competition. Again, it says like only 10 searches here in the last month, but I really doubt it. I think it's something searched for. It's actually quite a trend, I would say. Let's go to the next page. Here, for example, is a podcast planner. You really have to look at each kind of phrase, keyword, and have a look. And you can see here the search volume 627 and the competition is only 1,199. Of course, we have here a very different searches, but again, I think podcast planner is actually quite popular because more and more people are creating podcasts. This is something I actually want to look into. So we click on it and open an extra page here. You can see the countries a little bit. And then what we can do is look at top listings. So we want to see what is actually a podcast planner, what do people create, and then we can have a look at sales. You see here is 590, and what I normally also try is to find a newer listing. So this one is obviously quite old, a few years. 1,513 here is like just over a year. Maybe we can find something a little bit younger. Here's a spreadsheet. It depends if you're a spreadsheet girl and your digital product is actually spreadsheets, then this is something you could look into. We will open this in another tab to give a spreadsheet example, but also maybe a printable example. This, for example, is only just over 100 days old and has sold 34 times already. Let's have a look at this one. You can have a look in eRank about the details, what kind of tags they're using, which is really good actually. But then I also like to see it on Etsy to have a proper look at this listing. And you can see here, this is actually a bestseller and it is in 20 plus cards. It's $9.30. So this looks really good. If you're really into spreadsheets, you can see it's like a Google Sheets. Then we can have a look, a little video which shows you how to navigate the spreadsheet, and then we can see all the details here. So we found something which is really good. Obviously we don't want to copy this listing, but we know from this listing that people are really interested into podcast planner template Google Sheets, which is the first keyword here, and can look at the reviews as well. If we find anything, any feedback that might be helpful for us to maybe even improve this. It looks like a very good product. People are happy with it. And then we want to go back at eRank and look at the other option, which was a printable podcast planner. And here we are. It is also in 20 plus cards and it is $3. So this is much cheaper. So it's printable and has 50 pages. We can also have a look what is provided, different covers, all the details, how to run a podcast, and then you can look for reviews. So yeah, people are looking for a podcast planner. So here you have your first product product you might want to produce. So let's go back to eRank and have another look. So for example, what I found here is a declutter workbook. There's 186 searches as an average and 253 results. And then back in March 2023 and June 2023, over 1,000 searches. So this is also another keyword. I would have a look at it. Yes, the search volume is not that high, but also the competition is not that high. So the few people who look for it might actually go for your workbook if you create a really great product. You know, especially at the beginning when you are new, any and every sale is important. So if you have a product which gets some attention and you sell, that is really great. And then you can learn from it and see if there's anything similar or anything else people might be interested in. And on eRank in general, you can also check out your competition. You can put all your competition in here and observe them. And you can also use trends, monthly trends, trend buzz, monthly trends. Yeah, you can just have a look if you find anything. Normally paper and party supplies is, for example, printables, and you can have a look here. It's February, what was trending. Obviously you need to be careful of any occasions like Valentine's. It's not relevant obviously for the next month, but maybe in preparation for next year you have some insights here. And then also you have to obviously be careful of any trademarked keywords. You know, I would not use that Super Bowl or Taylor Swift. People look for it, but that doesn't mean you have to use it. You should not use it because it's trademarked. Stay away from that. It should be more like generic things people are looking for. But yeah, you can have a look here. Every now and then I do the same thing to have a look to see what's happening, and if there's any, even if it's just one keyword you find which is relevant, and you can work on it. Like home improvement planner is interesting. It's trending now, and it seems like it's a very new keyword, hasn't been researched too much, so this could be potentially something very trending also the next month's home improvement planner. So yeah, that's it. So that was a quick overview of eRank. I just want to leave you with a little message. I want to say that you shouldn't spend too much time researching. I know this whole video was about research, and those tools should help you to expedite a little bit more your research, but obviously you could also lose yourself a little bit in the process, because sometimes you don't find any products. Either there's not a lot of demand, or you know, you have a little red bar which shows, or even an orange bar which shows you that the competition is quite high. You know, these are just orientations, a little help, but don't be scared to put some products out there, even if they're not ideal. Basically, even if they don't have all the green bars. And the reason is those tools are massive help, but at the same time, they don't have access to every detail of Etsy, and they're also always a little bit behind. They obviously show you what was already there, and you can always look back, but you can't look forward. You can't see what's maybe going to be trending next month. So don't be discouraged and really try a few things. Some things which have really good status, then some products where you can see maybe there is not that much research, but you know, there's also not so much competition. Then try a few products which have high competition, but maybe you create a better product. And also at some point create products which are actually not in a research tool. I have done that before. I actually sold quite a few products and it continues to sell. Definitely use those research tools, but also have your own mind and think and try to not be stuck with only research. I hope that makes sense. And another thing I want to say, and that applies to almost every shop on Etsy, is that you have a lot of products, but probably only 20% are really the best sellers, are converting, and the rest is maybe just in your shop. It's just the way it is, that sometimes 80% of your revenue comes just from 20% of your products. You can look up the Pareto principle if you're more interested in that. So I leave you to try out eRank. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, and I hope I see you in my next video. Bye!